welcome to the Reflection Show with me, Martha Inspice. Today, I'll be engaging three personalities from the informal sector. All of them are involved in one craft or the other. We want to understand what they do and also possibly encourage us to probably venture into what they do. It doesn't mean that they are not important in the society. If you and I need to sew our clothes, we need them. If we need them to weave our kente or our smock, they are available. If they have to come and paint our rooms, they are available. Everyone is equally important. No one is more important than the other. Today, we'll be engaging them for us to know what they do much better and probably some of their expectations from us. We'll be back. Welcome back from the break. Like I said in my intro, we would be looking at the informal sector and some of the jobs that we have in our society and the role they play for us. Let me start with you. Tell me your name, what you do, what your shop can, where your shop can be located, and all that.
Thank you. Yes, I thank you for the opportunity and the support you have been given to the informal sector. My name is Saeed Mohamed Ashraf, popularly known as Possible Tiles.
Possible Tax.
Yeah.
Ace.
I do tiles work, both floor and wall tiles.
Okay.
My shop is located around Chiguya Palace, close to Lighthouse Chapel, popularly known as Anakazu Church
Okay.
or Anakazu Chapel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great. Jogoya Palace.
Chiguya Palace, yes.
Is there a lighthouse? Okay, anyway, so those who know there, yeah, later on he'll be giving us his contact details and all that. Madam Rahma. I just like how Madam Rahma smiles. Tell us your name.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. My name is Al-Hassan Rahmatu and I'm a weaver. And where my shop is located is at Sangani on your way to Community Health Nursing Training College. And we weave both men and women smocks as whole. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm called Shahid Mohammed. I'm a fashion designer. My shop is located at Metro Mass, around Metro Mass. There is a place when you want to locate my shop, they call it Banavilbushi. When you come to that Banavilbushi, definitely you will find me around that place. And we do only the sewing, and then only men that we are doing. Yes, that is. Yes.
All right. So tell us, how did you get into this? Tell us your journey. So tell me your journey. How has your journey been?
It's not easy. when we talk about Ginny, there is part that you remember and then tears will definitely flow out.
How did you get this? Just tell us.
Yeah, but it all started by a friend.
Okay.
I met a friend who is a mechanic.
Okay.
And we have a chat from his appearance and then what I was facing by then. It motivates me or encouraged me to go into the handwork, which is the talent aspect.
Okay.
Yeah, but when I started, it wasn't easy. It wasn't still easy with me. But with sacrifices and then the support I've been getting from colleagues make me to be on my feet. Yeah.
So if you say that it hasn't been, just tell us, like how long, what year did you decide that I want to go and learn tiling?
Actually, I spent about 6 years in the Thailand aspect.
Learning
Process.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, I start with wall tiles from one a man called Heavy Dollar.
Okay.
Yeah, from him, I learned only the walls aspect and then the bricks.
Okay.
From then I moved to another man called Mr. Cash.
Dollar and cash.
Yeah, so I learned the other aspect from him. I spent 3 years from dollar, and then three from cash, making it 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me come to Madam Rahma. How has your journey been? What motivated you to want to go into weaving?
Actually, the motivation was that I was with my auntie and the husband. So they motivated me to mingle myself to the weaving aspects.
Okay.
Just because of sometimes they do advise, or people I do hear from elder people advising me, it is not only school that you can be benefit with anything or everything. So through that I got to understand their issues, that, and I know that when I follow their instruction it will benefit me today, like who I am today. And I'm thanking them so much for giving me that opportunity, or also understanding their views. Is that one that makes me to become somebody today. Yeah.
And how many years now, or have you finished learning, or how long did it take you to learn the weaving?
Well, it took me, I started the learning from 2000.
Okay.
And then the graduation.
The year 2000?
Yes, please.
Wow.
2000 to 2004 that I graduated.
Nice.
But when I did the graduation, I still stay with my madam until 2012 that I stopped with her.
Okay.
And the reason was me stopping with her was I was schooling at the same time and then doing the work.
Okay.
So by then, on 2012 that I wanted to graduate, it was that one that made me to stop with serving her.
Okay.
If not, I was with her serving her. Yes, please.
And now you have begun your own, let me say, company, your own shop. You
Yes,
also have
please.
your own apprentice that you are training.
Yes, please. Yes,
For how
please.
long now? Since 2012 till now?
Actually, when I said I stopped from my madam's side, I didn't stop the job. I was in the house doing while schooling. So the actually coming out was 2015 that I started coming out. I was in the house, our house compound that I started.
Nice.
Then I was able to get some small shop and rent. So after the rental, that it wasn't easy because there were so many challenges at the rental sector. Yes. So, and I want to put something, like if you are with someone or if you are with some people, and sometimes when they are doing something to you, let me say that hardship, it is sometimes it's not that they don't want you. Maybe when you are to sleep or when you are sleeping, they will let you get up, because where I rented there was a lot of challenges. So I thought that maybe living there I cannot be alone, or I cannot stand up on my feet.
Own.
So when I live there, now I can't even boast. Where I am, when you compare that place to where I am now, it's far, far better. Yes. Because there I couldn't even contain about 6 students. But now, where I am, my students were almost 40.
Whoa.
Then I graduated almost 20 or
So you have about 20 or more currently
please.
working.
Those I
with you.
graduated, they are now 20. Let me take it down.
Wow.
And those left, they are about almost 30 now. Because some go and some come.
And then you're a big woman.
Hey, madam, it's not easy.
So let me come to you. How has your journey been? What prompted you to want to go into fashion?
Thank you very much for this wonderful question. When you talk about journey, it's a very long story.
Give us a summary.
Like first, I was a football player.
Yes,
I was playing at 6th Garrison.
Okay.
From 6th Garrison, I moved to Super Eagles.
Oh, nice.
So from there we
Which
started.
Super Eagles?
Yes, from Super Eagles.
Which one? Is it the Nigeria one or
No,
the
no,
Ghana
just
one? The
in
local
Ghana
Super.
here. It's a
Okay.
coast team.
Okay.
It's a coast team. We used to train at this thing, Old Stadium.
Yeah. Okay.
So around that time, I was having one of a female friend. She asked me that, since you have been playing the football, what are you gaining from?
Your girlfriend. Female.
What? No, not actually my girlfriend. Just
Don't
a
mind
female
me.
friend.
Yeah, go ahead.
So she asked me, what have you been gaining from the football? So as at that time, we were playing whilst I was schooling again.
Okay.
from JSS. So I told her that why are you asking me this question? Can't you see your colleagues? They stop the ball and then now, and if you want to proceed in football, you need to get someone who will coach you. I mean, who will support you in order to go to higher place. So as at that time, we were just, no one is there to help us. So she encouraged me to go into fashion field because she told me that she saw one boy in a tailoring shop. That small boy, he can work. But why is it that you, a big boy like you said you want to play football, you have to start up something.
So a woman inspired you
to do that. A woman.
I'm hitting on that point for a reason.
She was called, I mean, she's called Mujana.
Nice.
Yes, Mujana. So I went quickly to told my uncle that I want to go into fashion. My uncle didn't trust me because as at that time we want life. Okay. He said, oh, if I put you there, you run away and leave the job. I said, no, I will learn it. So he asked me to come back in a week time. So 1 week I went back to him. He sent me to one master at Tamale Central Market, Mr. Zach. He was called Mr. Zach. So from there I started the tailoring. So I did 2 years from Mr. Zach. Okay. But after that, I went to Tipole to do intermediate. Okay. So from there, from school to shop, it came to a time that because lack of financial distance, I decided to stop the work and concentrate from school. But things is not moving well. Things was not moving well as at that time. So I decided to come back to that master. He said, now I won't take you back again. Because you have left shop 1 man, 2 man, you are back again. So from there, he said I shouldn't come to that place again. So I quickly went back home and told one of my brothers to get me a new shop or a new master. So they sent me to one master, Jabir. So from there, I learned the rest of the way from that Master Jabir. So he was the one who passed me out. Okay. So I passed through 2 masters. Nice. From Master Jabiru, he passed me. That was 2012. Okay. From 2012, I went to pair with a lady in her own shop. So
I like how ladies are inspiring you.
Yes, yes. So when I got passed out, there was no place to go and sit. So that lady called me to come and sit with her, so that we all do small up to date that. Alhamdulillah.
So now you've left her shop?
Yes.
You have your own shop now?
Yes, yes.
Oh, great.
That was 2018. I get my own shop.
Nice.
Yes.
Then you owe those 2 ladies some $1 million. Now that $1 million is trending in the system.
The first lady, she got married. So, and the husband...
She was your friend, she wasn't your girlfriend?
No. Oh. She was just a friend to me. So when she got married and the husband took her to Accra, so later they came back to Tamale for a visit. So I went to see her and I told her that there is nothing I can do to pay you back because you helped me a lot. As I was going, no one was there to advise me. So that was how we started. And then Alhamdulillah, we thank the Almighty Allah for that.
Let me come back to Mr. Ashraf. This is a question I want to ask. Most of you dodge it, but I hope you don't dodge it. Is it lucrative? Are you making money from what you are doing?
Actually, if a person from the informal sector or the one doing handwork says there is no money in the job, then the person is greedy. Yeah, it's just using the word to scare people, to make them know to get closer to the work.
So that he alone can make their money.
Yeah, I know it's just about intelligence.
Yeah.
If Mr. A can do this, and then Mr. D can take his time and learn it, he'll do it more perfect. And Mr. D will be on top. There is money.
There is money.
Yeah.
Hey.
We are making money.
Hey. So I remember speaking with you the last time. You mentioned how sometimes you even get contracts, people you have worked with, and how that has supported you. So just take us through that journey. Who and who have you worked with? Who and who has helped you? Who and who has supported you? And how the money is like? Just take us through that journey.
Okay. The beginning was after my master's passing me out.
Which year did you pass out, like professionally?
It's exactly 2016.
Okay.
2016. After the passing out, I made one lady. Before I get to the job, I was even doing pure water searches pro. That's how producing pure water. Yeah. So when I learned the job, the woman asked me, "Oh, now you say you learned." I said I learned it. She gave me a contract. That was the beginning.
Wow.
So when I did it, I was able to buy my own machine. At first I was renting. You're going high. After you finish, you go and pay. So I get my own, and then later she referred me to another woman, the custom office. Is it Madam Agata or what is it? I cannot. It's Madam Agata.
Yeah.
I work for her in Kumasi.
Wow.
And then later, she also recommended me to another man in Bolga. From there, I got to meet this lady, Aji Alima, the former MP for Nalelgu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I did the talent work for her mother house in Dusi, Bolga.
Woo.
Yeah.
Wow.
So from the job aspect, we meet a lot of people and a lot of opportunities.
And I think just like what you were saying, what is getting you these recommendations is you being trustworthy. You are honest and your integrity. I don't think you lied to them. That is why the contract keeps coming.
Yeah, that one is true. If you want to make something genuinely from the work, you like always you be winning. But if you put kwana into your way 419, I bet you raise and fall.
That's true.
419 will raise you once, and then when you land, that's all.
That's all, because nobody would want to come to you to work again.
Yeah, so from the work, we travel a lot. You have the chance to go to Burkina and then other places.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Tell me some of the places you have worked and the people you have worked for.
Actually, I work for this Zenith Bank in Tamale here. I work for them.
You tell the Zenith Bank?
I tell it where they are now, at Ababu.
Wow.
Yeah, I did the Thailand work. From the Zenith Bank, the contractor took me to Akusumbu. I worked for them, even in the VR estate. I did the job there.
Hey.
Yeah.
You're a big man.
It's not easy. So I went to Tematu, that one through my master link. That was the heavy dollar. He gave me that opportunity. I worked there.
Wow.
Yeah. So for the job, if you put your hope and then you make sure that all my income will be on that job, and then you do kindness in your work, trust, people trust, and then they know you give them neat job, and then there's no way the person will turn and then before you come, oh, one bag of cement is not there. No, that one day you will not get anything.
You will not get anything.
Yeah.
I spoke to a young lady in one of my episodes. She's a painter. And she mentioned that sometimes people contract her and they don't pay her. Have you encountered such?
Actually, that one is there. But it depends on your lifestyle. The relationship you have. Though I do not say you should change your face or anything. Open your face to them. But let them see, look at you, your outfit. Know that, oh, this person, if I cheat him 1 CD, I'll pay for it.
Okay.
Register your work.
Okay.
Let the person know that you know what you are doing.
That's true.
There's no way they'll cheat you.
That's true.
If I work for you, pay me 2 CD, you give me 50 pesos. At least, kind work. Just calm down, talk to me. Oh, I understand. But if you want to do as if you are someone, I can take to any place.
That's
I
true.
pay tax. Yeah.
You pay taxes?
I pay tax.
How
I register and
do
I
you pay
pay
the
tax.
taxes? Do they monitor what you do?
They don't monitor.
But you just have to go
Yeah,
and
as a
render
good citizen from the informal sector, I have to make people to know that we're also doing impact to the country. We train the youth.
That's true.
So from the training, in case you had accident on the roadside or any other thing, without that support,
You cannot, yeah.
you understand. So you have to pay tax. You shall go to the Sanal district voluntary. Go and pay. At first it was 50 Ghana cedis
Every month?
every month.
Okay.
But now decide if I go at least 80. That one to support.
Yeah.
And I train a lot of people in the job.
Okay.
I train a lot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Let me come to Madam Rahma on this one. Just tell us your journey. Are you making money? How has it been? Do people cheat you after weaving for them?
Yes, like as Master Ashraf said, everything is about loyalty. If you let people trust you, or if you trust yourself, that can bring you a genuine customers. But if you are doing something and you always let your lies is more than your truth, I don't think you gain anything. And like me, for instance, when you come to my shop, sometimes some of my colleagues do argue me. And they didn't know the reason why I always paste those items. Something like business set, my school set of learning this aspect. And then accreditation of TVET and other MVTI. So sometimes when they come, they do accuse me that why am I placing it on my shop? And I said that is the reason why when an educated person enters, or if a big person want to give you a contract, the person will get to know that you are really a genuine person. And something like these flyers that I did, someone just saw it. Like the other day that we came, you could see that day my line was very busy.
Yeah.
They were calling me from US.
Yes. Hey, international woman.
Yes. When I didn't even know the one that gave my contact to them.
Wow.
So they called
that they
me.
want some small fabric.
Yes. As I'm telling you, they are at the shop working with those jobs now. Yes, so
wait, like they are working on the order.
Yes, I gave them
to parcel and send it to them. Yes,
they even told me that if I know someone who can sew it nicely for them, then they will send me their pictures. You know, Damba Festival is getting near.
Yeah.
So they want to celebrate the Damba with those materials.
Nice.
So that if I know someone who can sew nicely for them to feed them, after weaving, I should let them send their pictures. So that's what. So they told me that one lady, she's working at community health. She was passing and then she saw our signboard and then she came near. That day, I wasn't even around.
Yeah.
So she came to inspire the work and then she saw that there was a genuine work. So it's true that she gave my contact to them. So it was that the reason why they were calling me on that day. So if like, as Master Ashraf said, if someone is to discourage handwork, I would say the person is the liar.
Because most people are working and they've never even received a call from US.
Because some of us, let me just say that we have the diploma set, which is not even working for us. We just went to school. Let me say that it's like some of us, we wasted our time. Because like if we able to know that the school will not do anything, now in these days, especially the big organization sector, I've ever worked in a bank. Yes, as a cashier. But do you know the reason why I resigned? Sometimes it's not easy. So if you see someone wearing a big coat in an office excuse me, I didn't say that all ladies are giving themselves to men.
I get it.
But the difficultest part was that the director was following me, chasing me when I was married by then, that I should give myself to him. Which discouraged me.
So women are faced with some of these things. Okay.
Which discouraged
Let's
me
not
to
delve
just
so
resign.
much into that. This is something that I think everybody knows that it's a challenge that women usually face.
Yes.
Wow.
So that discouraged me to just resign. Then when I resigned, I came back and then took my weaving certificate and come out. Started doing small. So if someone is to discourage me, say that maybe handwork is not good, I'll tell the person that the person is lying. Because now, as I'm telling you, the diploma said in secretariatship, they are all lying in the house, doing nothing. I just wasted money for nothing.
But you are getting money. Like something like that. How much do you sell something like this?
This is 4 years. So if a buyer, like you are also buying to sell, I'll give it to you.
So this is 4 years
yes, please.
of
the kente.
Anytime you say kente, I don't want to. The kente is a southern one.
Yeah,
the northern one, we call it, so we call it the smock or the fugu. And it's 400 cedis.
Yes, please. Like if you are to sell, I will give it to you 300.
Okay, so that I'll sell and get 100 cedis from it. Wow.
So
and this how many years?
This is 4 years.
So if it's 6 years, that's 600 cedis.
Yes, please.
You guys are making it big. So it means that at the end of the day, averagely, how much profit do you make on something like this?
Well, I would say that the little that we always get, like if someone, we say we are out looking for money, but sometimes some people don't understand the reason of getting huge or more money in such a way that maybe this one, like I give it to you 300, someone will say no, you are a fool, why do you give it to the person 300?
Yeah.
At least you should have given it to her 450 or 500. But let the person pick and say that God should bless your handwork. You will get more than what the person has.
Okay, so it depends on how you price it. That will determine whether you make more profit or less profit.
Yes, please.
Wow.
Yes,
and I like the different fabrics that you have. So sometimes you are able to put the thread to mix them
and separate them again. You mix them together, then you make sure to separate them again. So weaving, there are a lot of
technicalities involved.
in it. And if you don't, weaving is also like if you don't know how to calculate, you always face a lot of challenges because everything in it is about calculation. Yes.
How you calculate the colors.
You need to calculate this one will lie on this one, this the amount of this. So at the end, you have to total everything.
So you actually need to have the fabric in your mind, how it will count before you put the thread.
Yes. And sometimes those, especially those who are not even educated, like some of them, they do even find it easier. Sometimes some people do ask me that, what about those who did not educate? How are they
able
learn?
to?
Yes, but this is how you do. We normally have a notebook in such a way, but if those are not in school sector, you can tell them to just pick a stones and do like first primary sector. You'll be counting it till the end of the cloth that you want. When you add it, then you separate. Subtract.
So they have different methods of helping people who want to learn weaving to be able to learn. This is amazing. Like, she has very beautiful fabric. I think she was able to just come with just 3 of them. Let's take a break. We'll be back.
Books by Pastor A.L. Fant. They are inspired by the Holy Spirit, simple to comprehend, relevant in application, and so lovely to read. Grab copies like Dynamics of Kingdom Influence, Dynamics of Ministry, Mark is King for Church Workers, Money Matters, and she calls herself a woman. This marriage must work. No more curses. Loaded mouth. Secrets of kingdom dominion. The exploits of service. Things fall apart. Church without bleeding pulpit. Singles mingle and many more.
Welcome back from the break. So straight to the point, let me come to you on this. Tell us about your fashion business. How is it going? Are you making money?
Alhamdulillah, we are making money. We are making money because when you see that work, it's very nice and it helps us a lot. Many people thought that work, there is no money in it, but I can assure you that there is money.
There is money. So when you saw an up and down like what you are wearing, how much does it cost?
It depends on the person that you are sewing to.
Is it the style or the size?
No, it's not about the style or the style, but sometimes we do have some styles. Normally when you ask me to sew that style to you, the money will be high because it will take much of my time. Okay. But we have 2 categories of people who are our customers. There are some people, when you just look at them, you will know that they just like your handwork, but they don't have much money. And there are some people too, they are big men. So when you look at, so we do
charge that according to how you see them.
Normally when we went to workshops, they thought about all these things, that they need to be consideration in the work that we are doing in order for us to
get their customers.
So sometimes we do, it depends on the person that
just give us averagely.
Like there are some people when you sew up and down for them, you take 80 cedis.
Okay.
And there are some you take 150.
Okay.
Because I have some of my customers in Accra. Normally, I do have most of my customers are living in Accra.
So you sew and send it to them?
Yes, I'll just sew and
Nice.
parcel it to them.
Wow.
VVIP, sometimes STC. So for those up there, when I do up and down or when I sew up and down, I do take 150 each. So down here, some 80, some even 50.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Some 50. Yes.
Depending on the style. If the
Depending on
style
the
is
style,
not
and then the
something you
place.
need a lot of time
Yes,
in
yeah.
for,
There are some style you need to have a good.
even with the
Yes,
designs
yes.
and
Yeah,
everything.
you may just be looking at the design like this. You think it's easy unless you start.
But what is that some of you, when you say, oh, come for your things in 1 week, after I'll be following you, what happens? Why don't you tell us the truth?
It was on the olden days that we call them tailors. So it was the tailors who normally do that.
Hey, now you are what?
We are now fashion designers.
It's not true. Fashion design. Now, yesterday, last weekend, I was fighting with a fashion designer. She took my dress. I'll bring it. I was supposed to wear that dress for a show. It never came.
That is her own problem. Very soon she will lose you.
Well,
Yes.
maybe that's true.
So, as I was saying, you have to be serious in your work. As my colleagues were saying, if you call yourself a fashion designer, you need to be harnessed to your work. Even if you promise someone, maybe come on Friday or Saturday, you have to make sure that on Thursday, the dress is set for the person. So that it will make you get more customers.
Yeah.
Because immediately you do that to your customer, she will definitely go and sell your brand to
That's
people
true.
outside there. Because we do have that complaint. So someone will bring a fabric to you, you check on it, there will be there will be measurement on it already. When you ask the person, you said, oh, I send it to one of the masters to do it for me. It's
they have
about 2 or
delayed.
3 weeks now. That's why I decided to bring it back to you. Maybe someone has recognized you to me, so I decided
Wow.
to come for you to do it for me. You just take 1 day or 2 days and do it. You call the person back to come and take the item. So due to that, it enables us to get more customers due to the trust that we have.
That they
So
have.
as a fashion designer, you need to have trust in you. You have to let people trust in what you are doing.
Yeah.
Don't stop promising and failing. It's
That's
not good
true.
in every mastercraft work.
Stop promise and
Promise
fail.
and failing there. If you want to grow your business or your thing, you have to stop that. Like it's not good to our work.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me come to you, Master Ashraf, on this one. On the young people, do you think that some of them are willing to learn? And what are some of the challenges that we face, especially in our setting in the northern region? What are some of the challenges or issues that we face?
This question, we'll go through. It's not easy. They are willing to learn,
Okay.
but the parents are not willing to support.
How?
Yeah, it comes in many ways.
Okay.
Some they have the transportation to come with the kit. Oh, I want this market to learn this. I don't pick a person from a parent. I just train. From where I start, I realize that if someone is to go through that way, if I charge him, he'll run away. They'll bring the kit. You pick the kit today. Tomorrow, if the kid did not come, you ask, say, oh, Uncle Lou charge. That means no transportation. I don't have money for food. You understand? And that one, it's not just easy for the masters. I have about 16 guys now. And none of them, the parents don't give me transportation. I have to transport them to the work site.
How old are they, like, averagely?
Their range. I have the lowest range is 16. My boys.
And the highest?
The highest, I think some may be older than me.
Okay.
Yeah. I have to feed them, transport them. Even sometimes health challenges you have to support. Yeah. So we are facing a lot.
So the 16-year-old guy who is expected to be in school or probably properly taken care of to learn a skill work, the parents are not taking care of the person.
There are ways that we don't mention in. It's not just easy. He's still in junior high, and usually weekends or vacations. And if you are not far after school, he'll rush in. Even sometimes the school aspect, there are things that you have to support him. So you
and they themselves brought themselves and say, even though I'm in school, but I still want to learn.
That's it. Some they'll come personally.
So even the school, their parents won't even support them.
It's not easy. This I will not say northern region, and then it will be a
rural communities. Yeah,
rural communities. It's not easy. The parents, I don't know. Always they say no money, no money. If you say no money,
but we are attending weddings and funerals and gatherings every weekend.
Yeah, they say no money, but if you say no money, your family, it will continue. Poverty will continue in your family. You have to squeeze your up to kick it out. It's not easy. It's not easy. So when the kids come, they will come personally. Oh, bro, I want to learn this and that. I say, oh, I'm willing to teach you. But the only problem I have is go and get the one taking care of you to come personally. Though I register, I'll write your name down. And then sometimes the attendance, if you are punctual, I have to be marking your register to know those who are serious and those that are not serious. Yeah. Even we motivate them sometimes. There are kids who come with drugs. When I say with drugs, they don't hold drugs to work. You see him physically in drugs. Yeah, he's taking hard drugs. We and other things. But you as a master, you have to take your time to sit him down, advise him. If you are lucky, he will maintain and then he will stop. But those who are not willing to be on the right path, they take off. Yeah, so we are facing a lot of challenges. So we are pleading with the parents to come out and support.
Wow.
Yeah, they have to support. Whether you see the kid in your area walking around, tomorrow you may be crying in the house and then none of your house people will be around to support. And if you leave him mad, maybe he will come and condemn.
That's true.
But if you make him to be unfit, if your kids are not there to support,
they'll become the criminals that we see around, and we are saying that now they are thieves and criminals, but it's because both, like all of us, did not contribute to their development.
That's it. That one is there. It reminds me one night I went to a village and said hi to my old man. Along Bywater and Banai Road, there is a small forest there. I met a classmate there. They just choked me. When the guy looked at my face, he mentioned my name. Those days, they were calling me Isaka. I was using my grandfather's name. He said Isaka. When I mentioned the name, he asked me about it. I was lucky they did not do me anything. It's just 10.
Wow.
Yeah. So assuming if the parents
didn't know you, I think they let you go because they knew you.
That's it. And I was lucky.
So they wanted to steal your bike?
I was riding, yeah. I'm sure it was their target.
Of course, these days, I learned even when they built our, overhead, if you pass there in the night, they will stop you and steal your motorbikes.
That's it.
And if you try to, let me say, fight back, they can even throw you off the overhead, or they'll even harm you.
That's it. So for the informal sector, the role we are playing is not a small role.
It's not.
We are fighting for the future.
Yeah.
Not for my kid, not for my parents, but for the general public.
Wow.
So we are pleading for them to support us, to build the nation strong. Sometimes you'll be in the house, you get a message from a company. You get the message, you go through, and then sometimes you have to meet them, and then you talk. If they are willing to accept your offer, you join. If they are not willing, then you have to withdraw back.
Yeah.
Because what we are playing in the society is not a small.
It's not easy, because it's not just about the money you will take, but the other young boys, other young people that are going to be dependent on the money that you are going to take.
That's it.
Because you are not like a father to them. All their financial and even emotional needs, you would have to bear.
And as a master, you have to live an exemplary life for them to know that the work, there is something in the work.
I think the last time you mentioned something like even before you come out from your house or your room, they are in your compound, asking you for money to go to school or to.
That's it.
Even to feed.
You have to give them. They'll come to the house. If you do not give them, maybe the next minute you meet them outside, you'll not be happy.
That's true.
So sometimes you have to make them cook. Or if my wife is busy, then you have to give them something to go and support themselves. So it's not just easy.
Let me come to you on this. Tell me about your girls, your ladies. Are you also having the same kind of challenges with them, and what can we do better?
Yes, please. I'm having a lot of challenges. Like Master Ashraf, I always quote with some of his points. It looks like these days parents are value in educational sector than the handworks. And their reason is that maybe Mr. Wahab child is now a nurse or a doctor, but they did not follow the channel that Mr. Wahab or Mr. B has
invested
in training a child. So like if their child is in school, they have time to go and see whether the child is actually in school. But when their child is at the learning sector, the hand mastercraft sector, they don't have that time to go and monitor whether the child is at the work side or not. So it makes some of the child or the children become so miserable in such a way that like when they are out, they don't care whether they have bath or eating. Already, like my shop, I cannot stop cooking. Yes, I do cook for them, whether I like it or not. Even if I'm not going to cook in the house, for their food, I must do it. Yes. And after the cooking, like they do eat around 12, master food. So after master food eating, some of them will still come. Master, when it's 2 or 3, master, kum malama. Yes. You have to cook for them and then give them chop money in addition. If possible, especially some of them are having kids. Master,
wait.
Yes.
Some of the girls you are working with have children.
Yes, they have. And they have husbands. Yes. And they will just come. Master, and this reminds me to tell parents that please, we didn't say they shouldn't allow girls to marry, but at least please have a lot of time to take care of them, to also stand on their feet before getting into marriage sector. It's not easy. Yes, in such a way that I'll just use as an example. I just take my issue that like me, if I didn't have something like handwork
to do,
yes, I like it's not easy, madam. So we are urging parents that they should have that patience, especially when the village sector, when they just see when they're about to 16 or 17 walking around and one of them just married. Now they are just telling others to also get into marriage when they don't ask what is in that particular marriage. So we are pleading with parents that they should, if common pad, yes, some they don't have. They have to come with toilet roll. Or some will even tell you. Sometimes when it comes like that, they fear or they feel shy to tell you. The way the person will be sitting, you have to notify that and you call her personally to ask. If she said yes, then you need to support her. Because already she's coming out from the house empty hands. So not to talk, eating is not there, not to talk of getting pad to protect herself.
Yeah.
So we are pleading with parents that we need to train them to also become a future people or future leaders. So we are pleading on them that it's not about education. We are not discouraging education sector. We are encouraging, but they should value more handwork than, and especially when they learn, when they're about to graduate, and though I'm at this thing, Tower, I'm an association member.
Okay.
And I'm executive besides. Okay. So example like when my student is going to graduate, unless the student pass through TVET,
okay,
when you are able to pass through the TVET and you come successfully, then we'll find a time for you to graduate. But when you are not having TVET certificate, don't just count yourself out.
Wow.
Yes.
So you encourage them to get some certification.
Yes, before. Even those that are not educated, they do. One woman do ask me that you always like certificate issue. What of those are not educated? How will they write?
Right.
And I say yes. Once the examiners educate,
no, they know how to take you through.
Yes, to interact them. If they know that you are not educated, it doesn't discourage you not to write the exams, because they know the kind of way that they will follow for you to also feel comfortable, and then write your exam, pass, and then go away. So we encourage them that they should please take, especially the TVET is very, very good. You can even, like, I don't want to boast, and I must boast. Because if you use SS certificate and I'm having TVET and we apply, some of my colleagues now, some of them are prison officers, fire services. Yes, through TVET.
Wow.
So that particular certificate is very valuable. So we are urging people that they shouldn't look down upon mastercraft. Yes. It's very important.
Don't look down upon mastercraft. Don't look down upon skill work, because at the end of the day, that is what is going to empower all of us to be strong and healthy. Please tell us some of the challenges that you have encountered in your area of work, especially with the apprentices.
Thank you very much for this question. We have a lot of challenges in our sector. One key problem is about the working equipment. We lack working equipment.
Okay.
Now we are into a modern days. The hand sewing machine is fading up. We need industrial machines. We need industrial machines now. So, like, we need support from the big organization or the institution. We need machine quicken this thing, and then sometimes we even need this thing, like, we need to have money so that you get the materials that you use in sewing. You have it in your own workplace.
Yeah.
It will help your
like
work
the
too.
zip, the
And
lining.
then, as my brother was saying, the apprentices, we the men, we don't take money from them. It is true, yes, but we have forms. I'm also an association member.
Okay.
We call it Garment, Ghana National Association of Garment Makers.
Okay.
From national to regional to district.
Nice.
So we do have forms. If you are bringing your child for training, you need to get the form. You will buy the form, 20 cedis. You will see the things that you provide. But it is only the women that we use the form to. But we the men, some of our colleagues, they do use the form. But some of our, we do consider them.
Yeah.
So they will bring their word to training, or for they will tell you that, oh, you have to help me. Maybe I want he's going this thing. You accept it. From the day he bring the child to that work, you will never meet him again. You will never see him again.
Wow.
Even if the guy is not coming to work, 1 week, 2 weeks, no one will even come and report. Sometimes you, the master, will even call to find out why is it that this person is not coming to work again. Maybe sometimes the parents might not be aware that he's not coming. Maybe sometimes they will tell you he was sick, but no one will come and tell you that, oh, he is sick and this is. We have a lot of problems and challenges in our workplaces. So we need to, we are appealing to parents. They need to help us.
So the main issue is the involvement of parents, right?
Yes.
Parents are not involved. Even if
Yes.
it's not their money, it's like they just dump the...
They will just come and dump the child and go away. That is all. The day that you will see him, that maybe it will be the graduation day.
No,
For the
when
graduation
the child does
day,
something and they are coming to beg.
You will see that one too. You will see them, and from there, the day that you will see them again, it will be on the graduation day.
Wow.
Yes. So we have a lot of problems. Maybe when you bring your child for a training, once a while you also come and do a checkup. It will let the child know that, oh, my mother or my father is serious about what I'm doing, so that you will see the person too will be serious. We do a lot of help in the society, so parents must help us too, so that we will build a better Ghana.
We'll build a better Ghana. Please give me your final words. I'm running out of time. On your last, anything you want to say lastly, and the kind of support that you need and what people should know.
public, not only parent.
Okay.
Whether you are a parent or not, even a master in the classroom, please go to everyone. Please, the kids or those we see around, we are one. We share the same blood. So those in the informal sector, we are also supporting. And if you as a teacher in a classroom observe that A and B is not performing, get the child down, talk to him or her, or if possible, get close to the parents and talk to them. Oh, this is what I observe towards your child. So I wish you could do this to him. That one will support. And then it will prevent future criminal act. That one is real.
That's true.
Some escape school due to poor performance. I've passed through before. Some escape due to poor performance.
Yeah.
When you zeros, they will laugh at him.
In school, they're bullying, so they
That's
leave
it.
school.
Or some of the masters, I think now they are emulating that in Canaan. They
So
will
all
escape.
these things can let them, okay.
Yeah, so let's just focus on the advice.
Okay, okay.
Advice.
Advise and encourage,
And
counsel
encouraging,
them.
counseling. That's it. And then we need a lot of support from our sector.
Okay.
As my boss talk about the machinery and other things. Now we are not using the olden days machines. You see someone carry machines on the shoulder. Now it's very simple to carry, but very expensive.
Yeah, the small ones.
Yeah, they're very expensive. So we need a lot of support.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Let me take your final words.
Well, my final word too is just about the machines. Like other weavers like this, though it's a must. When you look at it, it's a must because you cannot go to farm without having anything that you use for farming. So when they just come, they will just bring the child without any machine. Yes. So in my shop like this, I have a lot of machines. So when the child come and they tell you that they don't have machine, so they have to let the child stay at home. When they get the machine, then the child will start. I always tell them to just stay. But when the child is about to write an exam, you need to provide a machine.
Yeah.
So that, because some of them, where we don't want them to go after graduation, in such a way that when you don't have the loom and you just graduate and come out, excuse me, like now in these days, our passing out, they'll just come and spend their money and only to realize that they're taking money again, the back. So when I push the parent to mold the machine after graduating, the child will not go back to Kayayu or doing something bad again.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Thank you so much. So yes, we've seen your things, right? So all these are types of or let me say smock fabrics that she sells. So depending on the color you want, like she said, you can place an order, whether you are in Ghana, USA, wherever, and you can give her the kind of combinations that you want, and she'll be able to do very great and beautiful fabrics for you in that regard. So yes, give me your final words.
Thank you very much. My finals were like I want to go to my local derby. Tiji mama kunya la tinya nang sham. Kalamba gina te pato zoron son te banyi nunu tumbang deba. Katuto song lambai kagana ma karetitoni. De zorto sur la lamba. Tiji shel tinji ndongoma te mil lamba jinyele. Ne top shel ton turongoma. Master ne min madam ne wanta table be lamba te za hat tobuka te za langina te turma. Gabnan te kuto proso kamnung tumane no te o song babi o te balgre. De zoro tun ne bezang beza anning te nunu tumbang sam ngoma polo n tap swangti karetitoni. Like we are saying a big thank you to Madam. Madam, thank you very much. And to my regional or acting regional chairman, Chairman Yakoro, thank you very too.
Thank
for this
you.
And then Madam Humaima too.
Okay.
We are thanking her very much for this opportunity.
Okay. Thank you so much. I think with what he said it in Dagbani, and he just appealing to parents to join hands together to support young people that want to learn a skill. They shouldn't just leave it on the masters. They should also be involved in it, because government cannot employ everybody, but they are also able to play a role in developing the whole country. So let's all do well to give them our support as well. I have been speaking with Mr. Shaibu Mohammed. He's a designer, and Mr. Saibu Mohammed Ashraf, he's a tailor, and Madam Alhassan Rahmatu, she is a weaver. We've all been speaking about getting parents to be involved in everything that we do, because you and I need so much economic empowerment, and we can't do that if we look down upon a certain kind of work just because they are not always in suit and tie in their offices. Thank you very much for watching. I am Martha Inspires. I'll be back with thoughts. Hello and welcome to Thoughts from Martha Inspires. Today I want to share with you something that I have been so passionate about for over 3 years now, and that is the impact of skill work. Everybody is important in our society. Everybody is equal because we play very significant roles individually to help us to develop our society, our environment, and the country at large. Why do we look down upon the tailors, the painters, the seamstress, the weavers, the hairdressers, just because they don't wear the kind of clothes we wear to our office, or because they don't come on TV as some of us always appear, or probably because their work is seen as informal? But when you want to build your house, you look for them. If you want to look beautiful during your wedding or any event you have, you will look for them. Let's be able to appreciate the work that they do in our lives and the role they play in our society. We just heard them say they take young people who are willing to learn and they do not even charge them. Most of us are not even willing to support that agenda. If they should come to our offices to appeal for funds and say that help us feed these young people while they are learning, we will not be willing to do so. Let's respect them and let's pay them when we have to pay them. Let's stop cheating them because we think we know better, and probably some are illiterate or they are not well educated. I believe from now we will change. We will do better. We will love and appreciate them better, and we'll know that they are very important and they're making so much impact in our society. Thank you for watching. I'm Martha Inspires. Have a good night.